Hi, I'm Andrew from Next Astro, and I'd like to talk to you today about the 206 factor, a number that helps you to determine which is the best imager to use with your particular telescope setup. When the image of a star falls on your CMOS or CCD sensor at the back of your telescope, it forms a dot of appreciable size. It's not just 1 pixel. It typically is 9 pixels, three pixels by 3 pixels, something like that. Um, if you have a dot that's much larger than that, then you're wasting the resolution of your sensor. And if it's any smaller than that, then you don't pick up as many photons. So we aim for something like 3 pixels wide. So what sort of things determine the size of that dot? Diffraction is often talked about. A larger lens or mirror will give you smaller dots on your sensor. But for all intents and purposes, anything over 8 inches or 10 inches of telescope diameter and the other effects take over. So I don't usually worry too much about the diffraction effects. Seeing is far more important. Seeing is where you place your telescope. Typically around here, I might get a seeing of, on a really good night, I'll get 2 arc seconds of seeing. So my stars are 2 arc seconds wide. On a bad night, I might get 4. If I was on top of Mauna Kea or something like that, apparently I could get as good as a quarter of an arc second. Well, I'm not. Good luck to them. And this is the magic formula. The image size of your star, the size of the dot on your sensor, is equal to star diameter in arc seconds. So in my case, 2, but Mauna Kea a quarter, times by your focal length in millimeters, divided by the magic number 206. So let's do the calculation for one of my telescopes. So I have a telescope here. This is an 8-inch f5. My focal length for this particular telescope is 1,000 millimeters. So I'll put in 1,000 there. And the diameter of my stars, as I said before, is, let's say it's a really good night and I'm getting 2 arc seconds per star. 2 times 1,000 divided by 206 is equal to, check my calculator, 9.7 micrometers. That's the diameter of the dot on my sensor. So when I think about my sensor, I really want a sensor that's got a pixel size of 3 and a bit. So here's an ASI 1600, which is actually the sensor that I use on this telescope. It has a pixel size of 3.8 micrometers, or on a good night, it would be 2.6 pixels per star. That's not too bad. This is a CDK24. The CDK24 telescope has a focal length of 3,900 millimeters. 4 times my little GSO telescope. Because it's a fairly good telescope, I'm going to put it up on a mountain, and let's go to assume that we can get 1.5 arc second stars. Let's hope. So how big is my image size going to be? It's going to be equal to 1.5 times by 3,900 divided by the magic number 206. And that's equal to, check my calculator, is equal to 28 micrometers. Now you can see that if I use my ASI 1600 on this telescope, which has 3.8 micrometer pixel size, there's going to be over 7 pixels across. 7 times 7 is 49, 50 odd pixels are going to be used per star. We're going to lose resolution. So it's not a wise choice. Instead, I would probably choose something like this. This one's a FLI Kepler 4040. It's an expensive imager. It's about 20 times the cost of my little ASI, but it has 9 micrometer pixels. So that would add up to about 3.1 pixels per star across. That's a far more appropriate choice of imager, and you can see why, if you've got a bigger telescope with a longer focal length, why it's worth investing in bigger, more expensive cameras in order to get the maximum information out of your images. So I hope that helps. I hope you have a better understanding of why you choose different pixel sizes for different telescopes. Bye.